What if Austria did not ally Prussia after the War of 1866? How would the world look today? All those questions will be answered in this video. After the Napoleonic Wars, nationalism was awakened between many nationalities in Europe, like Spanish people, who fought because of this in the Peninsular War, but mainly the German people, who suffered many defeats by Napoleon, from whom they gained many liberal ideas after the end of Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon was then in year 1815 definitely defeated, and Europe returned to the old order, but the ideas of the Great French Revolution could not be destroyed. In year 1848, the idea of German reunification arose, and a new German parliament was created. This parliament wanted to unify Germany, but King of Prussia, Frederick William IV, refused to become emperor because he thought that they were too liberal. After that, the revolution slowly disappeared, and Otto von Bismarck came. The Iron Chancellor then began his work, unifying Germany by iron and blood. He attacked Austria in year 1866 and defeated them. This created the North German Confederation, and he also made a good peace treaty with Austria, not taking any territory from them except Veneto, which went to France and then to Italy. After this, Germany attacked France and defeated Napoleon III in the battle at Sedan, and Germany after this finally unified at Versailles. This then went to First World War and to Germany we know today. But what if Prussia punished Austria so they would not become their ally? If the peace treaty would be much harder, like stripping Austria of more territory, most probably Bohemia, which the emperor wanted to take, but he did not take it because of Bismarck, who wanted to ally the Austrians after the war. But this would most probably be a lot of against Bismarck, who was threatening the emperor when he disagreed with him, that he will leave. So, in this new reality, he left. And this was probably the worst decision for the new German Empire, because of loss of this genius. The emperor would then most probably annex Bohemia, Moravia, the rest of Silesia from Austria. This would radically change the Czech national revival, and this would also devastate Austrian economy, because a lot of Austrian industry was in the Kingdom of Bohemia. The Prussians would then still create the North German Confederation, with Bohemia being part of the Confederation, and their king would be the future Emperor William I, or someone else from the Hohenzollern family. I would say that the Emperor would want it to bring back Bismarck, but I am not sure if this would be successful. But I think that he would at least give some advices to the Emperor, and maybe try to help him to unify the entirety of Germany, which would be the goal of the future emperor. It is then questionable if Germany would go into war with France like in our reality, but I think that it is possible. After this, France would most probably lose and Germany would unify under William I, Emperor of Germany. Austria would then most probably be scared because of the great German idea. With the unification of all Germans, Austria-Hungary would be formed as in our reality, but they would be much equal. Austria would then most probably ally with France and Germany would be isolated. I would say that Germany has only one available ally, and that is Russia, for World War I is set. The World War would begin most probably at the same time as in our reality. Germany would ally with Russia and Austria would ally with France and Britain. If we look on Italy, they would at the beginning of the war remain neutral. I don't know how would this war begin, but most probably something would happen to German Kaiser, or something in Balkan Peninsula would happen. At the beginning, Germany and Russia would have upper hand, but because Germany would need to conquer Austria first, the offensive in France would be stopped, as in our reality. German attack through Belgium would also bring Britain into the war. Austria would then become desperate, and they would begin giving their territory to anyone who would agree to join them in the war. This would also help them with nationalistic problems. Italy might gain some territory together with Romania and Serbia. The rest of Austrian army would then most probably hide in south of Hungary. In the end, I would probably expect that Germany would lose, but they would not lose so much territory because of Russia, which would remain in the war, and peace treaty would be made with them. France would get back Alsace-Lorraine, and Bohemia would get independent. Maybe Bavaria would join to Austria. This would be all territorial changes for Germany. Austria would lose much more territory. They would lose territory to Italy, Romania, Serbia, and Russia, but gain Bavaria. This would make the German and Hungarian sides more equal. After the war, there would not be any communist countries in Europe, and Poland would remain in Russia. I think that the Second World War would not come, because the peace treaty would be less harsher. Europe would then be less united, with no union, or something like Euro would not exist. This is all. If you like this video, you can give like, subscribe, and join my Discord server. Link is in the description. Salvete.